And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good evening, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Monroe City, Missouri, where we are about to see a district football game, varsity high school football game between the home team, Monroe City Panthers, and your Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. This is the first game of districts. And the winner of this game moves on to play the winner of Palmyra and Highland. They are playing tonight also. And I believe they're going to be playing in Palmyra. If I can get any scores throughout the evening, I'll try to get them to you. But anyway, we are here for this game. Like I said, the winner goes on to play Palmyra and Highland. And the loser will not continue on. This will be the last game of the season. This is winner take all. You win or go home. Same as any other district play. So, coming into this game, Clopton Elsberry is 2-7 on the season and ranked number 7 in this tournament. Monroe City Panthers are 6-3 on the season and ranked number 2. The district looks like this. Number 1 team is Clark County. Number 2 team is Monroe City. Number 3 team is Palmyra. Number 4 team is Bowling Green. Number 5 team is Macon. Number 6 team is Highland. And the Clopton Elsberry is number 7. And Van Far with Community is number 8. So that's the way the tournament stacks up, and they are every one of those teams is playing tonight, starting at 7 o'clock, same time as our game here. The all-time record, at least as far as what's showing on the computers on the system, is a 1-0 for Clopton Elsberry over Monroe City, and that was the 31st of October in 2013. It was a 34-20 Clopton Elsberry victory, and that was in this district tournament. Coming into this game in the season, the Clopton Elsberry has gotten 23.7 points per game and given up 25.9 points per game, and so that's a 2.2 differential to the wrong side. And coming into this game, Monroe City they've scored 28 points per game and given up 26.8. So they are 1.2 to the good side. We have a little under 11 minutes to go before this game starts. And what I want to do right now, actually I'd like to, before I even do the rosters, I want to mention the seniors on these teams, since there's the possibility this is the last game they'll be playing. And I want to mention the seniors. For Clopton Elsberry players, seniors on this team is Chance Lucas, number 77, Sean Yates, number 12, Malik McPike, number 35, Kyle Martin, number 13, Jake Reimel, 25, and Ryan McNelly is number 72. And for the cheerleaders for this team, from Clopton, Madison Parrish, Stephanie Talbert, Ashlyn Hunter, Sierra Miller, and from Elsberry, the senior cheerleaders is Jade Cooper, Gracie Mahurin, and Jordan Sir. So, let's see what they're going to. Okay, we are going to be doing the national anthem right now. So, I will be pausing for that. Okay, I don't know how well you all heard that, but young man singing that national anthem did a wonderful job, and he sang it the way I've been known to sing the national anthem at a few sporting events, and he sang it the way I try to sing it, just straightforward, the way the song is meant to be sang, not doing fancy stuff with it. So anyway, at this point in time, let's go ahead and go through the roster for these two teams. For the Monroe City Panthers, tonight players are number 1, Jalen Countryman, number 2, Aaron Plum, number 4, Reese Bulig, number 5, Elmer Mendez Martinez, number 6, Landon Utterback, number 7, Grady Perry, number 8, Andrew Shoemaker, number 9, Kyle Hayes, number 10, Cameron Jones, number 11, Joshua Talton, number 12, Logan Bulig, number 13, Mike Dennison, number 14, Kelson Painter, number 18, Jonathan Mendez Martinez, number 20, Eli Parr, number 21, Antoine Battle, number 22, Seth Bastian, number 24, Seaton Pennewell, number 28, Ashton Wallace, number 30, Corey Weiss, number 32, Dalton McAfee, number 42, Keenan Batsell, number 52, Colton Porter, number 54, Jag Hayes, number 55, Logan Mitchell, number 56, Robert Freeman, number 57, Max Hayes, number 58, Danny Dennison, number 59, Landon Friday, number 60, Nicholas Williams, number 62, William Ball, number 64, Connor Pfaff, number 65, Cecil Masterson, probably a distant cousin of mine, number 66, Tristan Goodwin, number 68, Cannon O'Brien Minor, number 69, Bo Patterson, number 70, Joshua Ryan, number 71, Landon Holland, number 73, Blaine Potter, number 75, Cameron Meyer, number 76, Landon Shin, number 77, Malachi Comstock, number 79, Quentin Renebarger, number 86, Ben Lemongeli, something like that. Number 88, James Wright. The head coach is David Kirby. Coaching staff of Brock Edris, Marty Lincoln, Eric Murphy, Derek Van Landingham, Jamar White, Brian Foey, Blake Grice, and Glenn Thomey. All right, for the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks, playing tonight is number 1, Caleb Kaplan, number 2, Bryce Irving, number 3, Justin Genowine, number 5, Zach Evans, number 6, Joshua Wolanski, number 11, Landon Struss, number 12, Sean Yates, number 13, Kyle Martin, number 15, Lucas Martin, number 19, Eli Gladney, number 20, Dorian Zumwalt, number 22, Eddie Bonstell, stopped on Eddie Bonstell. Number 23, Trevor Ashing. Number 25, Jake Reimel. Number 30, Tyler Kuntz. Number 32, Justin Shaw. Number 35, Malik McPike. Number 38, Avery Hall. Number 45, Colby Twellman. Colby Twellman. Number 50, Jacob Martin. Number 54, Ethan King. Number 55, Gabriel Hill. Number 59, Randy Freeborn. Number 60, Nathan Martin. Number 65, Riley Walker. Number 68, Brody Freeborn. Number 71, Jacob Wolanski. Number 72, Ryan McNelly. Number 75, Jordan Kruger. Number 77, Chance Lucas. Number 81, Dylan Kaplan. And number 99, Will Clark. Head coach for the IndianHawks is Butch Wolanski, assisted by Nick Grimaud, Chad Twellman, Chuck Bowers, Alex Black, and Colin Dugan. And all of the cheerleaders here for Clopton and Elsberry is from Clopton: Madison Parrish, Laura Huckstep, Stephanie Talbert, Ashton Hunter, Kylie Lucas, Sierra Miller, Ellie Beecham, and Gracie Palmer. From Elsberry's Jade Cooper, Melody Hall, Gracie Mahurin, Jordan Sir, Kennedy Flynn, Isabel Bayless, Mia Spurlock, Randy Burke, Abby Braden, McKenna Mills, Sierra Crenshaw, and Kaylee Duval. that is everyone that you're going to be seeing tonight, plus a few more. And another thing that I want to mention while they're out there flipping a coin, out there gambling in the middle of the field, just no matter what happens tonight, whether they win or lose, I want to give thanks to the coaches and the staff and all the volunteers that help keep this team going all year, all season. And, of course, it doesn't start and stop with the season. It's, keeping these teams going is a year-round job for everybody. So let's see what we got going on out here. All right. Looks like Clopton Elsberry has won the toss, and they are going to receive, and they will be defending the goal to our left for the first quarter and the third quarter. And that is to the east end of the field. Not that it matters whether it's east or west because the sun has gone down. But before we get going here, let's go ahead and throw some commercials in here real quick. Take a break.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Okay, we are ready to start this game. And Reimel and Zumwalt, they are back to receive. There's the kick. Short kick and goes out of bounds. Kicking off for Monroe City was Elmer Mendez Martinez, number 5. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the IndianHawks, and they will be starting from their 35-yard line. Hopefully I can keep up with the camera tonight. Keep up with the camera, keep up with the score and the quarters and everything on the computer. Of course, if you're listening on the radio, that doesn't matter. Toss back to Jake Reimel, and he is brought down. After running quite a ways to the outside, he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. So basically no gain on the play. So 2nd and 10 for the IndianHawks. And looks like Yates is, let's see if he gets under. Yates is going to get under center. 2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left, 1 fullback. And he passes over to Kyle Martin. Kyle Martin breaks a tackle, and he is pushed out of bounds. He crossed over the 50-yard line. And he is pushed out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. So on the second play of the game, the IndianHawks have crossed over into Panther territory. So 1st and 10 at the 39, and Yates is now back in a shotgun position. 1 wide out to the near side. He's back to pass, and he's under some pressure now, and he takes off running. And he picks up about 3 yards where he runs out of bounds. So they give him 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 6. And they are at the 35-yard line of the Panthers. All right, 2 wide outs on the near side. 1 receiver back, Yates under center. Quick pass to the near side to Malik McPike, and I'd say there was a little bit of misinterpretation of that play. because it wasn't even close. So now we bring up 3rd down and 6. Okay, Yates back in a shotgun again. He's got one runner back with him, one wide out each side. Forward pass, and it is complete. Oh, they said it's incomplete. That pass was intended for 99, Will Clark. Brings up 4th down and 6. So they were able to get a good play on their second play of the drive, but they have stalled since then. And once again, Yates back in a shotgun. Same offense. He's back to pass. Pass broken up. Pass was intended for, I can't see his number. That pass was intended for Zach Evans. And it was right at the first down line, but it was broken up. That pass was broken up by number 14, Kelson Painter. So, 1st and 10 for the Monroe City Panthers at their own 35-yard line. And their quarterback is in under center. See, their quarterback is Kyle Hayes. He is a sophomore quarterback, number 9. So they ran it up the middle, brings up, gained 3 yards, brings up about 2 yards, brings up 2nd and 8. Once again, Hayes drops the ball, picks it up, and he is back. He lost about 2 yards on that. He was pretty slippery there. They had him back for about a 5 or 6 yard loss, but he was able to get around them. So where they placed the ball, he actually only lost a yard on that play. Brings up 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9, and Hayes is under center again. No wideouts. They got one runner in motion. Toss back to number 11. And he is brought down at the line of scrimmage. At number 11 is Joshua Talton. He's a 6-foot sophomore. That brings up 4th down for the Panthers. Good defense there by Monroe City on their first defensive set. I'm sorry, by Clopton Elsberry on their first defensive set. So Monroe City is back to punt. And that's number 12, Logan Bulig is back to punt. Jake Reimel back deep to receive the punt. Short punt. And it goes out of bounds. It hits out of bounds at about the 47-yard line, 48 of the IndianHawks. So let's see where they're going to place the ball. All right. They placed the ball after that going out of bounds. They placed the ball into Panther territory. It's on the 42-yard line of the Panthers, where the IndianHawks will take over 1st and 10. Have an official timeout right now. Not sure what's going on. But they're just changing the ball out. All right. Yates is back in a shotgun. Hands it off to Reimel. Reimel goes up the middle. Picks up maybe a yard. Not sure what they're going to give him. Yeah, he picked up a yard, maybe a yard and a half. So it's going to bring up second and a very long 8, short 9. All right, we have 3 wideouts now to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back with Yates in shotgun. Back to pass, quick pass over. I believe it's Kyle Martin over there. When he gets up, maybe I can see. Yeah, it's Kyle Martin. The pass was complete. And they picked up about 6 yards. Brings up third and about 3. Okay, back to the 2 wideouts on the near side, 1 on the far side, 2 backs, and Yates is under center. And he takes a snap, back to pass to Martin, and he's up to about the 27-yard line with an Indian Hawk first down. So first and 10 for the Indian Hawks at the Panther 27-yard line. So once again, Yates is back in a shotgun. 1 runner behind him, 3 wideouts to the far side, or near side. Long pass, and it is incomplete. I thought it was going to be intercepted. That pass was intended for Kyle Martin. He was in the end zone and just couldn't quite get a hold of it. He had 2 or 3 defenders on him. So it brings up second and 10 from the 27. Okay, once again, second and 10. Yates back in a shotgun position. He's got 3 wideouts. Near side, 1 far side, 1 back with him. That'd be Reimel. A lot of pressure on, and that pass is complete to Zach Evans, and he is down. It's close to a first down. So I believe it is a first down. They're down at the 16-yard line. So Clopton Elsberry able to do a little driving on this. There's no score with 7:28 remaining in the first quarter. Each team has had 1 possession, and Clopton Elsberry's in their second possession. So 2 wideouts both sides, 1 running back, and Yates in the shotgun. Quick pass over to, who is that, Malik McPike, and pass was complete to about the 7 or 8 yard line. See where they placed the ball. I don't know if that's enough for a first down or not. If it's not, it is close. No, I think they got another yard to go, maybe 2 yards. So it brings up second and 2 from the 8-yard line. Yates still back in a shotgun again, and gives the ball to Reimel, and he is brought down immediately. He's brought down about the 12 or 13-yard line, so about a 4 or 5 yard loss on that play. That'll bring up third and about 5. Monroe City was all over that one. So once again, Reimel in the backfield, and Yates back in a shotgun position. Quick throw over to Evans, and once again, they saw that one coming. So brings up 4th down and about 3 yards, and they are on about the 9 or 10, about the 10-yard line. So Indian Hawks were able to get down to, they were able to get down into the red zone, but they haven't been able to effectively move the ball since they got there. And looks to me like they are going for it. 4th and about 3. Yates back in a shotgun. 2 wideouts each side. He's back to pass, and he's got some room to run. throws it to Kyle Martin, and he is in for the touchdown. Forward pass. Yates had moved up almost to the line of scrimmage, but he wasn't quite there. And so with 5:28 remaining in the first quarter, the IndianHawks, they score first. The score is 6-0 IndianHawks. Martin is back to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So, with 5:28 remaining in the first quarter, IndianHawks strike first. Score is 7-0. IndianHawks over the Panthers. So the IndianHawks will be kicking off now. The Kyle Martin, and seems like he does a whole lot out there. He's received the touchdown pass, kicked the extra point, and now he's kicking the kickoff, the long kick for after the touchdown. There's the kick. And that kick kind of spiraled around and went out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. I think they're going to mark it at about the 36-yard line. So the Panthers take over 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. So it didn't take long for the IndianHawks to get on the board this time. Their second possession. This will be the Panthers' second possession. Okay, but wow, the teams weren't even set up yet, and they got he twirled his arms around like a false start. So, I don't know. Anyway, they moved him up to the 41-yard line. That's 1st and 10. And Monroe City runs it right up the middle, picks up maybe 5 or 6 yards. Once again, Monroe City's quarterback is number 9, Kyle Hayes, a 5'8" sophomore. Brings up, okay, they got about 7 yards on that. Brings up 2nd and 3. 3 running backs. Hayes under center. Hands it off to Aaron Plum, and he was brought down. Looks like probably a first down. Yes, it is. He was brought down by Kyle Martin. So the Panthers have crossed over into IndianHawks territory. They are at the 49-yard line now. Once again, 3 running backs. Hayes under center. Back to pass. Forward pass to number 12, and he dropped it. I don't think I got the camera over there in time. Number 12, Logan Bulig. That's a heartbreaker for the Panther fans. He was 5 yards ahead of anybody else out on the field. Pass was right into his hands, and like sometimes happens, even in the pros, it hit his hands and it fell out. So brings up 2nd and 10. Once again, same setup, no wideouts. Dropped the ball. Hayes never did. The ball hit his fingertips, I think. And all right, that was a fumble there, recovered by number 13, Kyle Martin. So, Monroe City is not playing up to their potential tonight. So, With 4:39 remaining in the first quarter, Clopton Elsberry takes over again on their own 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Yates back in a shotgun. 3 wideouts on the near side, and he's back to pass. And the pass is to Malik McPike. And he runs up to about the 40-yard line of the Panthers. At this point in time, the IndianHawks are looking very good. So, about a 12-yard gain there. So, 1st and 10 for the IndianHawks from the Panther 40-yard line. So once again, Yates, same offensive setup, 2 wideouts each side. He's back to pass, and his arm was hit as he threw forward. Let's see. I believe they're going to call that an attempted forward pass. Let's see what happens here. The ball was recovered by Monroe City. Nope, they are saying it was a fumble. And so Monroe City recovered the fumble, and they will be taking over 1st and 10 now from their own 43-yard line. Well, they put the ball back to the 40-yard line. So, a little bit of, well, that wasn't sloppy play. That was just good defense by Monroe City to get to Yates. So, once again, 3 backs for Monroe City, and their number 42 is off to the races there, and he has a 20-yard run. That is Keenan Batzell. I believe that's a player that I talked to his mom last year sometime. And she was showing me some film of his. And quite the impressive player. He's brought down actually at the 41-yard line, a 19-yard run. So once again, same offense setup. Hayes, forward pass. And that pass is complete to Antoine Battle. So another 1st down for the Panthers. No, I'm sorry. Second, there's an 8-yard pass. So 2nd down and 2. Panthers are moving the ball now. They have a very crisp offense. Hayes back to pass. And that pass was intended for Aaron Plum, and it went right through his hands. Brings up 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 from the, looks like about the 33-yard line. 33-yard line of the IndianHawks. So Monroe City in the set. And their number 42 takes off again, and he's down the sideline, and he is in for the touchdown. And that's Keenan Batzell. And I believe what his mom was telling me. That young man can run. And so at this point in time, with 2:52 remaining in the first quarter, with Keenan Batzell touchdown, that makes the score 7-6 at this point in time. And Monroe City is going to go for 2. And let's see, they are in. Okay, Batzel gets the 2-point conversion also. And so that makes the score 8-7. 2:52 remaining in the first quarter. And the scores now, Monroe City 8 and the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks 7. Let's take a real quick break here.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, kicking off for Monroe City is number 5, Elmer Mendez-Martinez. Back deep would be Reimel and Martin. Short kick, and it's received by Clopton Elsberry. I can't really tell who received it, but it was in the front line.
The ball will be down at the 31-yard line, where Clopton Elsberry will have it.
So 2:51 remaining in the first quarter, and the ball will be run from about the 32-yard line of Clopton Elsberry, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the IndianHawks. Yates back in a shotgun, 3 receivers on the near side, maybe 1 on the far side. And there was a pass to, can't really tell who that is. 13, that's Kyle Martin. And so that pass and run was good enough for a first down. So it's going to be, that was about a 10-yard, but just enough for a first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Same offense, 3 receivers on the near side, 1 in motion. Malik McPike is in motion. And Yates is keeping the ball, and he runs forward and gets back to about the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 10. 1:45 remaining in this first quarter. Clock is running. Same offense for IndianHawks. 3 wide receivers out to the near side. Yates back in a shotgun, and he's back to pass. Passes over to Evans, and after about 3 or 4 tacklers got him, he is brought down at about, on the Panthers, about the 43-yard line. So another first down for the IndianHawks. Clock started up again. 1:10 remaining in the first quarter. So Yates back in a shotgun again. He's got 2 runners back with him this time. 1 far side. And there's Evans with the ball, running, pushing defenders out of the way. And he gets up probably 7 yards, running up through the middle. He was just pushing people out of the way. Down to 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And he got 6 yards out of that, so it brings up 2nd and 4. Score is 8-7, Monroe City over Clopton Elsberry. Yates back in a shotgun again. 2 wide receivers either side, 1 running back. High snap. So we're going to have to change the play, and Yates just runs out of bounds. He lost maybe a yard on the play. But he was lucky to be able to grab that ball out of the air. And that brings up 2nd and 5. 5.2 seconds 5.2 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And so here we go. Two running backs back with Yates again. He's back to pass. All right, the pass was intended for Will Clark. And Malik McPike, he went through his hands right into the arms of Malik McPike. And so that, hey, you take those passes however you can get them. That brings up the end of the first quarter. When we come back, the Indian Hawks will be still driving from the 31-yard line. Let's take a break.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, 1st and 10. We're back for the second quarter. Yates back to pass. Pass was intended for Kyle Martin, and he had defenders all over him. So it brings up 2nd and 10. Score is 8-7. Monroe City over Clopton Elsberry early in the second quarter. And Indian Hawks 2nd and 10 from their 31, or from the Panthers 31. Yates back to pass. There's a screen pass for Evans, and he takes off running, and he is brought down. He's brought down about the 23-yard line. That's going to be about an 8-yard gain. Let's make that a 9-yard gain. So it brings up 3rd and 1. They are on the Monroe City 22-yard line. I formation, Reimel and Evans. And Yates on a quarterback keeper. Takes it forward and picks up the first down. So they are down around right on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. 11, just a little over 11 minutes remaining in the first half. So Yates back in a shotgun. Reimel back there with him. And he's back to pass. Pass was intended. Pass was intended for Kyle Martin, and I think I see a flag down on that play. That looks like it's going to be an illegal block or pass interference, one or the other. Pass interference.
Pass interference against Monroe City is the call.
I know he was on his back. You couldn't see from up here whether it was actually, I couldn't tell if it was blatant or anything, but that's what they called. So see where they're going to place this ball, because that pass interference was in the end zone. And they are moving the ball up to the 10-yard line. So with 10:47 remaining in the half, so 1st and 10 makes it 1st and goal from the 10-yard line for the IndianHawks. Looks like Yates going to be under center. I formation behind him. One wide receiver out to each side. That pass was intended. Let's see. That pass was intended for Will Clark and broken up by Monroe City. Brings up 2nd and goal. Score is 8-7. We have a close game at this point in time. And Yates under center again, and he is back to pass. And he's still back to pass, and he finally gets the ball away. See what they're going to call, and they say incomplete pass. The IndianHawks players down there were signaling a completed pass. That pass was intended for McPike there in the corner of the end zone. That's going to bring up 3rd down and goal. All right, once again, okay, now Yates is back in a shotgun. Reimel's back there with him. 4 receivers. And he's running to the far side, and he is being chased. And he gets the ball complete to Zach Evans at about the 5-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, though, and goal from about the, I think they're on about the 5-yard line. I can't see from this angle exactly where they are. Yeah, they put it on the 5-yard line. So picked up 5 yards on that pass, brings up 4th and goal. So big play here for the IndianHawks. Big play for the defense of Monroe City. Yates back to pass. He's under a lot of pressure, and he just takes it in himself. He ran to the far side, end around, and he went in. So touchdown, Clopton Elsberry. Makes the score at this point in time 13-8. And so let's see what they're going to do here. I see Kyle Martin out there ready to kick. And they're going for the 1 point. Martin for the kick. Here, let's see. Here's the snap. Kick is up. And it is good. So with 9:26 remaining in the half, the score is now the IndianHawks 14 and Monroe City Panthers 8. You got the Clopton Elsberry cheerleaders down doing 14 jumping jacks. Hopefully they'll get a lot of exercise tonight. So the IndianHawks ready to kick off. It'd be Kyle Martin kicking off from their own 40-yard line. All right, so
Back deep for the Monroe City Panthers. Number 2, Plum. Number 11, Dalton.
Plum and Talton back deep for Monroe City. 9:26 remaining in the half. Martin taking his time kicking. I don't know if he's met it up. He was waiting for the referees to blow the whistle. And Long, low kick. Received by number 11. And he's up the end. And as he is tackled, thrown out of bounds by Kyle Martin, there is a flag down. I got a feeling it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct or personal foul or something along those lines. Those are very unnecessary penalties. See what they're going to call.
The call is a dead ball personal foul.
Yeah, dead ball personal foul. So that's going to kick off about 15 more yards. They originally had the ball about the 40-yard line. Let's see where they're going to put it. Should be about the 45. Okay, it's going to be at the 46-yard line. So there was a 15-yard gain right there that was unnecessary. So 1st and 10 for the Monroe City Panthers from the IndianHawks 46-yard line. And the ball is handed off to Batzel, and he carries it up. He picks up probably 8 yards. See where they're going to place it. Twelman in on the tackle. All right, brings up 2nd and 3. Once again, 2 backs. All right, the quarterback Hayes keeps it for himself. Forward pass, and it is dropped. And that is number 2. Number 2, Aaron Plum. That's not the first pass that he's dropped tonight. That ball's got to be kind of hard to be receiving tonight. Brings up 3rd down and about 3. And Monroe City is showing the same offense. And the ball given to 42 Batzel, and he just runs right up the middle like nobody was there. Brought down by McPike, but he makes it up to the 25-yard line for another Monroe City 1st down. The 1st and 10 for Monroe City at the IndianHawks 25-yard line. Another run up the middle, and he's brought down after about 4 or 5 yards. Can't see who it was. There was Batzel again with the ball. I think they're just going to keep handing it to him. Monroe City does very quick huddles. And that time, they were prepared for him that time, and they brought him down for about a 3 or 4 yard loss. Brings up 3rd down and about 8.
A loss of 4 yards brings up 3rd down and 8.
So, again, Hayes is back under center. And he's got one runner in motion, tosses it back, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss on the play. That is number 21, Antoine Battle, on that run. And he lost about a yard. So it brings up 4th and 9. 6:56 remaining in the 1st half. 14-8, Clopton Elsberry over Monroe City. One runner in motion for Monroe City. Hayes was back to pass. He was under a lot of pressure, and the pass was intended to number 12, Logan Bulig, but it falls incomplete. So Clopton Elsberry takes over on downs at, where are we here, about the 24-yard line, their own 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for the IndianHawks. 6:44 remaining in the first half. Score is 14-8, IndianHawks over the home team Monroe City Panthers. Okay, Yates is back in a shotgun again. He's got Reimel back there with him. 4 receivers. And he passes forward to Zach Evans. And Evan gets up to around the 28-yard line. He placed the ball to almost the 29-yard line. So 5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 5. Yates is under center now. I formation. And he's running end around to the far side. He's keeping it himself. And he runs for a first down. He gets up to about the 39, 40-yard line, somewhere up in there, before he is finally brought down. So, enough yardage for a first down. They've got the ball placed on the 39-yard line, and that's where the IndianHawks will continue this drive. 1st and 10 at their own 39. All right, we're looking at Kyle Martin all the way here to the near side in I formation with Yates under center. And they put Malik McPike in motion, handoff to him, and he turns the corner and picks up maybe 2 yards. Brings up 2nd and about 8. Ball is placed on the 41-yard line. Oh, once again, here's Evans and Reimel in the I formation. Yates back to pass, and he's got Kyle Martin. Was all alone out there, but there was about a 3-yard separation for the pass. That brings up 3rd down and about 8. That would have been a sure touchdown if Martin and that ball would have gotten together. He had about 3 yards on the defender. But it brings up 3rd and 8 with 4:46 remaining in the half. Score is 14-8. IndianHawks over the Panthers. Yates back in shotgun with Reimel. And he's looking to pass. Gets the pass completed to Zach Evans. And that is enough for a first down. He is right on the 50-yard line. So, complete pass there. So they got exactly 1/2 of the field to go. 4.5 minutes to do it. And they have the lead at 14-8. All right, Yates back in a shotgun again, and Reimel with him. Looking to pass, and he takes off up the middle, and he is brought down at the line of scrimmage. Loses maybe a yard on the play. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Second and 11 for the IndianHawks. 3:45 remaining in the half. 14-8 IndianHawks over Monroe City. Yates under center. Passes back to Reimold and a reverse to Malik McPike. And McPike is up. He gets to about the 41-yard line, so he's close to a first down, but I don't believe he got it.
Brought down by number 11, Dalton.
See where they place his ball. Place the ball on the
The result of the play brings up 3rd down and 3.
they placed the ball on the
41.
Panther 41-yard line, so that brings up 3rd and 1. Yates under center. I formation, and he's going to run an end around, and he's got the first down, but I see a flag on the play. He's brought down around the 30-yard line, but there is a flag on the play, and hate to even say what that flag normally means back there. That's usually not good news for the offense. Oh, it was a false start and holding. False start and holding. So that's going to take the ball back. Rather than a first down, now they're going to repeat the 3rd down from where? They're going to repeat the 3rd down from the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line. And it's now going to be 3rd and 15. Instead of a first down, that penalty put him back to a 3rd and 15. That hurts. 2:35 remaining in the first half. The score is 14-8, IndianHawks over Monroe City Panthers. Monroe City declined the illegal procedure call, and they took the holding call. That's makes just a little bit of sense to do that, and we have a timeout on the field. Let's take a break.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, both teams still in the timeout. And we come back here. The referees are saying, okay, boys, let's get out here. So Clopton Elsberry's coming back out to take over on their offense. 2:35 remaining in the first half. 14-8. Clopton Elsberry over Monroe City. All right, 3rd down and 15. Yates in a shotgun. And there's flags on the play. And I believe that they're going to get 5 of those yards back with an offside call. So it brings up 3rd and 10 now. So that's a quick way to get 5 of those yards. So 3rd down and 10 for Clopton Elsberry from the 50-yard line. Yates back to pass. That pass was intended for Evans, and it was too high. Falls incomplete, brings up 4th down and 10 from the 50-yard line. See what they're going to do here. They are going for it. Yates under center, Reimel in the backfield. And he is back to pass, and he's got a lot of pressure, and the ball is intercepted. Number 57 for Monroe City intercepted the ball, and he is taking it into the end zone. Touchdown, Monroe City. That is Max Hayes for the defensive touchdown. And that brings up the score to 14-14 with 2:16 remaining in the first half. All right, so now with 2-point conversion coming up, at least I'm assuming it's what they did last time, so I'm assuming they're going to go for a 2-point conversion, and they are. And Hayes is under center, hands it off to number 2. That is Aaron Plum, he is in for the 2-point conversion. So with 2:16 remaining in the first half, the score is now Monroe City 16, Clopton Elsberry 14. Let's take a quick break.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
All right. We are back with a very jubilant Monroe City crowd out here in front. And so they will be kicking off. Who we got back there? We got Kyle Martin, Jake Reimel, and is that Malik McPike back there? I can't see. It's something with a 5. 35, yeah, Malik McPike is back there deep. All right, Mendez Martinez to kick off. And here's the kick. Short kick. That ball was brought in by Kobe Twelman, and he was massacred right there where he caught the ball. You could hear the helmets hit. So, 2:13 remaining in the first half. Score is 16-14. Monroe City over Clopton Elsberry, and Clopton Elsberry takes over now 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. 2:13 remaining in the first half. Yates back in a shotgun. He's back to pass. Got some pressure, and pass was intended for Malik McPike, but it was a low pass. So it stays 2nd and 10. Or becomes 2nd and 10. Or something 2nd and 10. Either way, it is 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line. 2:09 remaining in the first half. That defensive interception, touchdown, pick 6, that really pumped up the Monroe City team. And forward pass intended for Malik McPike, and those two he and the ball were nowhere near each other. So it brings up 3rd down and 10 now. Sean Yates back in a shotgun. He's back and he rolls out to the near side. And that pass was intended for Zach Evans and almost intercepted by Logan Bulig. Brings up 4th down. 4th and 10 from the 37-yard line for Clopton Elsberry. 1:58 remaining in this first half. And they are going to kick it away. That is Malik McPike back to kick. Nice punt. And it hit out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. So see where they're going to put the ball.
30-yard line, where the Panthers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 30.
Okay, they're placing the ball at the 30. It must have hit inbounds first. All right, so Monroe City Panthers with 1 minute 52 seconds remaining in the first half. Monroe City Panthers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30. Hayes under center. Hands off to 42, Batzell. And he is brought down after about a 5-yard gain. Clock running with 1:40. Brings up 2nd and 5. Actually, they gave him about 6 yards on that, so brings up 2nd and 4. And here is number 21, I believe that's Battle. He runs for a 1st down. Now that's, Antoine Battle. But there is a flag on the play. See what this call is going to be. Holding against the offense. So this time the holding went against the Panthers. And that backs them up. Instead of a 1st down, they will have a 2nd down again and about 5. Start the clock. Still a little over a minute to go in this first half. And Monroe City really does get out there quick with out of their huddles. They set quick. Got one runner in motion, and Hayes is engulfed back behind the line of scrimmage. He is caught for a loss. They lost about 8 yards on that play. 45 seconds remaining. Clock is running, and they're now going to have 3rd down and about 12 from the 28-yard line. So Hayes back again, and he is back to pass. There's a pass intercepted. Pass is intercepted by Kyle Martin. So with 24.9 seconds remaining, another interception in this game. Kyle Martin interception at about the 45-yard line. And so unfortunately there's only 24.9 seconds remaining in the half. But Clopton Elsberry will take over 1st and 10 from they'll take over at the Panthers' 45-yard line. Yates is back in a shotgun. And he is back to pass. Forward pass to Evans. And he breaks several tackles and gets up to about the 25-yard line. Clock is stopped at 17.4 seconds. Clock is running now 14 seconds. And Yates back to pass. And he's got all kinds of time. There's a forward pass to McPike, and it goes through his arms. 3.5 seconds remaining in the half. Be 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. And a timeout is called by Clopton Elsberry. Let's take another quick break here.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, 3.5 seconds remaining in this first half. Score is Monroe City 16, Clopton Elsberry 14. Clopton Elsberry's in the middle of a timeout right now because they have the ball on the 25-yard line, 2nd and 10. So they got time for one play. Doesn't really matter that it's 2nd down. It could be 19th down. There's only time for one play. So see what kind of secret weapon Coach Wolanski has. Yates is back in a shotgun. Reimel's back with him. Evans and McPike. Okay, Yates is rolling out. There's a pass to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. So right at the end of the half. All right, I couldn't really tell who that was, but I just found out it was Zach Evans for the touchdown. All right, here is the extra point attempt from Kyle Martin. Kick is up, and it is good. So, at the end of the first half, the score is Clopton Elsberry 21, Monroe City 16. That is the end of the first half of this football game. Let me get this score changed on here. All right. I know Clopton Elsberry is the underdog here, and we still got another 24 minutes of football left. But if Monroe City thought that they could just walk all over Clopton Elsberry, they haven't done it yet. Right now, at the end of the half, the score is 21-16. Clopton Elsberry over the number 2 in the district ranked Monroe City Panthers. And I think there's some stunned fans sitting here right now. A lot of ball game left. And so in that first half, I'm not really sure who got the second touchdown for Monroe City, but Batzel did get one touchdown. For Clopton Elsberry, we got Kyle Martin, Sean Yates, and Zach Evans, all three with touchdowns. Kyle Martin kicking the extra point for all three. And the IndianHawks probably look as good tonight as they have all season, considering they are playing a ranked superior team. Now, they've won a couple of other games, and they looked real well in those games, but they didn't have near the competition in those games. But they are up against an extremely good team tonight, a 6-3 team, again ranked number 2 in the district tournament. And halfway through the game, they're 5 points ahead of them. So very impressive here for Clopton Elsberry. And put the clock over here on the, or I'm sorry, put the camera over on the clock. And don't have a whole lot to say about everything that went on in the first half. Again, very impressive what the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks have done. They've made some mistakes, but I've seen Monroe City make those mistakes tonight again too. Each team has had 2 or 3 costly penalties, and the passing has been a bit sporadic for Clopton Elsberry. They've had some passes that were pretty far off, but just like that pass right there into the end zone, it was right on. And Zach Evans was under a lot of pressure whenever he made that catch. So let's go ahead and let's take a break here now for a while. A little over 13 and a half minutes remaining until this second half starts. Get a few commercials out of the way.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home, using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Elsberry Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, Wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders, committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, just about a minute remaining until we start this second half. So far, this has been a very closely played game. Lead's gone back and forth a couple of times. And for Clopton Elsberry, we've got, with touchdowns, we've got Kyle Martin, Sean Yates, and Zach Evans with a reception. And for Montgomery County, Kyle Batzel ran the ball in. And then Max, I believe his name is Max, number 57. Yeah, Max Hayes defensively had an interception. He had a pick six. And that brings the score. Of course, they've gotten – Monroe City has gone for the 2-point conversion after both of their touchdowns. So that gives them a score of 16. And Clopton Elsberry has gotten the 1-point conversion after each touchdown, and that gives them 21 points. So bit of a surprise here for anybody that's going off of statistics only. But this is a perfect example of why they don't play the game on paper and why they play it out on the field. Because on paper, Monroe City is supposed to be winning this game. But halfway through the game, it is Clopton Elsberry 21 and Monroe City 16. So we'll see what happens in the next 24 minutes of play. And they put the 3-minute runoff up there. So I'll get this camera back out here to the center. And to begin this second half, it's going to be Clopton Elsberry kicking off to Monroe City. So Monroe City gets the ball first. So let's go ahead and throw another commercial in here before we get going.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right, I've been looking around during the halftime. I was looking around to see if I could find some scores on some other games pertinent to this game, and I couldn't come up with any. I don't know. Obviously, I'm just looking in the wrong spot because I know they're out there someplace. Of course, obviously, none of the games are done because every one of them was a 7 o'clock game tonight. And so I'm just not looking in the right place. But like I said, the winner of this game will go on and next week play the winner of the Palmyra Highland game. And also in the Class 2 District 6, Van Farworth Community is playing at Clark County. And Macon is playing at Bowling Green. And so, like I said, I wish I knew the scores of some of those games. I'd report them to you, but I don't. Showing 15 seconds on the runoff clock. And Clopton Elsberry is out there now getting ready to kick off. So, let's see, back deep for Monroe City is Aaron Plum, Joshua Talton. Yeah, Aaron Plum and Joshua Talton are both back deep. And Kyle Martin's going to be kicking off. So he gets the whistle now, and here's his kick. High kick. It is brought in by Aaron Plum, and he is tackled at about the 36-yard line. And Nathan Martin was in on the tackle. So they placed the ball on the 36-yard line. And that is where Monroe City will take over 1st and 10 to begin this second half. All right, Hayes under center. Same offense they've been showing. Hayes under center. And here goes Plum. And he has a lot of room in front of him. Finally brought down. At about the 31-yard line of Clopton Elsberry. So that's about a 35, 40-yard run. Yeah, 31-yard line is where Monroe City will continue this drive at 1st and 10. So they started off very hot. Once again, 3 running backs for Monroe City. Hands it off to Batzel, and he is up the middle, taking several people with him. That young man can run. And he picked up about 12 yards, about 11 yards, I guess, but he picked up a first down. So just like that, within 2 plays, Monroe City is up to the 20-yard line. 11 minutes remaining in this third quarter. I don't even know what quarter we're in. Hayes under shotgun like he's been, under center like he's been all night. Hands it off to Batzel, and he picks up about 4 or 5 yards where he's brought down. Zach Evans with that tackle. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. So coming out here in the second half, the IndianHawks defense has been a little bit leaky. 1 runner in motion. That is number 21. And he is around the near side and in for a touchdown. That is Antoine Battle. So it only took about 4 or 5 plays. Took 1 minute and 58 seconds for Monroe City to strike back again in this second half. And that takes the score at this point in time, 22-21, Monroe City. And they are going for 2 points. And he is in. I can't tell. Couldn't really. Okay, Antoine Battle's in for the 2-point conversion. So the score is 24-21 at this point in time. So 24-21, Monroe City, just like that, right back on top. You can see the score on the scoreboard, 10:02 remaining in the third quarter. Home team 24, the guest 21. So Monroe City is going to be kicking off now. And back deep we have Malik McPike, Jake Reimel, and Kyle Martin. That's who's back deep. Kyle Martin is the deepest. Mendez Martinez be kicking off for Monroe City. There's the kick. Nice deep kick. Kyle Martin has it, and he cuts here to the near side, and he is finally brought down at about the 39 to 40 yard line. So 9:54 to go in the third quarter. And Clopton Elsberry will begin their drive 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. So Yates back in the shotgun. Reimel back with him. 2 wideouts each side. Yates back to pass. Pass is to, who is that? That is 35. That is Malik McPike. So that is enough for a first down. They are up to the 49. Let's see where they're putting it. They're putting it right on the 50-yard line. Seems like there's been a lot of plays tonight from the 50-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Clopton Elsberry. Yates in a shotgun. Reimel with him. Same offense. And Yates is going to keep it, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like he lost about 3 or 4 yards there, probably 3 yards. See where they place the ball. Okay, it is a full 4-yard loss, so it brings up 2nd and 14 with 8:45 remaining in the third quarter. Score is Monroe City 24, Clopton Elsberry 21. Yates back in a shotgun. Gets the ball, he's going to pass. They rushed him. Gets the ball to Will Clark, and he's back up to about the 50-yard line. He's going to bring up 3rd down and about 10. They're placing the ball about the 49-yard line. So 3rd and about 11. Big down here for Clopton Elsberry. Big try for a defensive stop for Monroe City. Once again, Yates in the shotgun. Lot of pressure. And he gets the ball thrown. It was intended for Zach Evans, and it was over his head. That brings up 4th down. 4th and 11 for the IndianHawks from their own 49-yard line. See what they are going to do here. They got McPike. McPike is going to punt the ball. Plum is back to receive. There's the kick. Nice punt. Takes a IndianHawks bounce and is brought down. Can't really tell exactly where it is. Looks like it's down around the 7 or 8 yard line. So ball was downed by number 55, Gabriel Hill. So 1st and 10 for Monroe City. It looks like it's about the 9-yard line. 1st and 10 Monroe City. 7:35 remaining in the third quarter. Same offense for Monroe City. And Batsel's up the middle. Looks like he picks up about 2 yards, bring up 2nd and 8. Tackle made by Evans. Clock running with little over 7 minutes. Scores Monroe City 24 and Clopton Elsberry 21. And that time Hayes was in a shotgun. He's back to pass. And that ball is received at about the 30-yard line by Dalton McAfee. So 1st down Monroe City. All right, they're up about the 35-yard line is where about 34-yard line is where he was pushed out of bounds. First and 10 from their own 34. 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And There's Plum with the run, and he might have picked up a yard. Nope, they're giving him about 3 yards on that. So we're going to bring up 2nd and 7. He's up around the 37-yard line, between the 37 and the 38-yard line. 2nd and 7. They need to go to the 44-yard line for a first down. Hayes is back under center. One runner in motion. That's Battle. And Battle receives the ball. He's over the 50. And he's brought down about the 45-yard line, but there is a flag down. See what this penalty marker is. Illegal push, illegal block. So that is coming back. And let's see where they're going to place this. Still enough for a first down. That places the ball on about the 45-yard line. Because that penalty came in after the first down was made. So 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. And ball handed off to Batzel, and he picks up about 2 yards. Runs right up the middle. And Monroe City, I haven't seen them change their offensive line at all. Well, I should say the only difference I've seen is Hayes is under center the vast majority of the time, but on rare occasion he goes back into shotgun. Otherwise, their offensive line looks the same every time, just like it did that time. Only there's Plum running, and he is finally brought down. He broke through the line, and he's finally brought down at about the 30-yard line. So about a 25-yard gain.
That's a gain of 23 yards, which is good enough for a Monroe City Panther.
So there's another first down for Monroe City, and 1st and 10 from the IndianHawks 30. Hayes keeps it, and he breaks a couple of tackles and throws the ball out of desperation. 21, Battle was the intended receiver, and it fell well short of where he was. So it brings up 2nd and 10, 4:26 remaining in the third quarter. Score is 24 Monroe City and 21 for Clopton Elsberry. This the last game of the season for one of these two teams. So once again, ball is handed off to Battle, and he is brought down at about the 29-yard line. He picks up a yard. They give him about a yard and a half. So basically we're going to have a 3rd down and 8.
It'll be 3rd down and 8, Monroe City. At the 28-yard line.
And Hayes runs in every time, every down he runs in to get a play. But they are quick once he gets back out there. They have these plays by memory. And he hands off now to Plum. Plum takes it up the middle, gets into the secondary before he's ever brought down again. Another first down for Monroe City. They are driving that ball up the middle. And he's brought down, see where they place the ball, but it's inside the 15. He's brought down about the 14-yard line. 3:25 remaining in the third quarter. And Hayes under center. He's back and hands it off to number 11, and he's still on his feet. He hit the line, and there wasn't anything there. That's number 11, Joshua Talton. And he picked up. He broke through the line a little bit, I guess. He picked up about 5 yards. Second down and 5 from the 9-yard line. Clock is running with under 2:45 remaining in the third quarter. One runner in motion, and they hand it off to Plum, and he is up through the line for a touchdown. That is number 2, Aaron Plum, with a touchdown. And that takes the score at this point in time to Monroe City 30 and Clopton Elsberry 21. So they are going for the 2-point conversion. They've made one every time so far. Here's a pass over here to the corner, and that is to number 32, Dalton McAfee. 2-point conversion. So with 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter, we have a score now of Monroe City 32, Clopton Elsberry 21. Take a quick break.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, number 5, Elmer Mendez-Martinez to kick off the ball again. And we have Kyle Martin and Malik McPike and Jake Reimel back deep to receive the ball. Here's the kick. High, short kick. And that ball was fumbled around. That was Colby Twellman that tried to catch the ball, and he dropped it, and Monroe City fell on it. Let's see, there's going to be some controversy out there. See what's going on here. I don't know what they're... I don't know what they are doing here. Okay, I was just told there was an inadvertent whistle, and they're going to replay the down. Wow, big break for Clopton Elsberry. Big break for Clopton Elsberry, because that was going to be Monroe City's ball. So, we replay the down. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Score is 32-21. Monroe City over Clopton Elsberry. 11-point differential, 2.5 minutes. So, number 5 kicks it off again, Mendez-Martinez. There's another high kick, just about what it was. And Malik McPike gets under it, catches it. And he catches that ball at about the 36-yard line. See exactly where they place it. I think they're going to place it on the 36. All right, yeah, they are placing it at the 36-yard line. So 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. It's going to be 36, going to be 1st and 10 for Clopton Elsberry. Yates under center, I formation. Passes it back to McPike, and he's going to pass it. And there was a forward pass intended for Kyle Martin, and he had 2 or 3 defenders around him. So it brings up 2nd and 10.
Broke up by number 11, Clopton. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10, 2:24 remaining in this third quarter. Once again, looks like it's going to be an I formation with Yates under center. And this time he's back to pass. He's under some pressure. Screen play over to Evans. Evans moves the ball up the middle, or I'm sorry, here on the near side. And that should be enough for a first down. It's close. Oh, there is a flag on the play. I didn't see that. Holding against Clopton Elsberry. So what was going to be a first down, and that holding call was back behind the line of scrimmage. So 10 yards from the spot of the foul, that takes the ball over to around Kansas City someplace. We are going to have 2nd down and about 22. 2nd and 22 from the 23-yard line. All right, still a little more explanation going out. Going out to, looks like Coach Wilansky over there, questioning something about the call. All right, they start the clock. 2nd down and about 22 or 23. Yates back to pass. Long pass. And it pass was intended for, I can't tell who that is, but there was a flag came in late. The penalty marker was all the way over there by where the pass was intended. So let's see what this is going to be. All right, they just call holding, and I guess it's holding. It's going to be defensive holding.
Defensive holding against the Panthers.
All right, that's going to make it 2nd down and about 13. So incomplete pass turns into a 10-yard gain, but brings up second and 13 for the IndianHawks, and they're up about the 33-yard line. And Yates is keeping it, and he's running here to the near side. And he's finally brought down around the 40-yard line. So pickup of about 8. It's going to be 3rd and 6.
Looks like a pickup of 7 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 6.
1:50 remaining in the third quarter.
40-yard line.
3rd and 6, and Yates is back in a shotgun. And he's got some pressure, but the ball was intended for Malik McPike, but it was at his feet. So that's going to bring up 4th down, 4th and about 6. See what they're going to do here. They are going to go for it. 4th down and 6 for the IndianHawks. Yates is back in a shotgun. And some pressure on him. And he's holding it himself. And I thought I was going to see a penalty marker on that one. I got a feeling that's going to go against Monroe City. That was a helmet-to-helmet hit. All right, there's another flag, and that's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against the IndianHawks. So the IndianHawks are not helping themselves on any of this. Just keep their mouths shut. Meanwhile, 1:38 remaining in the third quarter, 32-21, Monroe City over the IndianHawks right now. Let's see, the ball right now is placed. I think the ball is placed around, well, they don't have it down, so I don't know where the ball is being placed, but they're going to have to sort out these penalties. Okay, personal foul, hit to the head against Monroe City. Then unsportsmanlike conduct against the IndianHawks. The ball is at about the 44-yard line. And I don't know whose ball it is. All right, they are moving the ball up. All right, the ball is at the 43-yard line, I think. I think it's going to be 1st and 10 for the IndianHawks, I think. Because I think the original penalty was going to give the IndianHawks a 1st down. And then the unsportsmanlike went against the IndianHawks after that. Nope, I tell you what, they're putting the ball back on the 43-yard line. Basically, they're just going to replay the down. It's going to be 4th and 3 again. So all of that for a result of nothing. Clock is running with 1.5 minutes. 4th down and 3 for the IndianHawks. Yates is under center. And they are trying to get Monroe City to jump. And they almost did. So Yates running to the far side. And he has a 1st down and more. And he's pushed out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. And now here's 2 more flags come in. I saw 2 flags come in on that. Yates was pushed out of bounds. They're saying about the 35-yard line. That's where they're placing the ball, is at 35. Either way, it's a 1st down, providing these penalties hold. It's a 1st down for IndianHawks. Now they can sort out the penalties. Personal foul. I wish he would do that on this side of the field so I can see him. Personal foul against Monroe City. I'm assuming they're calling it can't call it a late hit, but I'm assuming that they just threw him out of bounds. I'm assuming that they're calling that. Now let's see what. They've got the ball back on the 45-yard line. Personal foul. And now they're moving the ball up to the 30-yard line. All right. So, after all of that, it's going to be 1st and 10, the IndianHawks at the Panther 30-yard line. 1 minute, 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Score is 32-21, Monroe City. I hope this game doesn't get any rougher. We don't need to see these two teams fighting. All right, I think they're ready to play again. All right, 1st and 10, IndianHawks. Yates back to pass, and the pass is to Kyle Martin, and he is pulling some players with him. All right, they finally get him out of bounds. I don't know if he picked up a first down or not. He was pushed out of bounds back behind the first down marker. Where they're marking the ball, looks like it's going to be a first down. He's up around the 20-yard line, 19-20. Looks like it's going to be a IndianHawk first down.
First and 10, Clopton, Elsberry from Panther 19-yard line.
All right, so another first down for the IndianHawks. And Yates is back in a shotgun with Reimel with him. Pass over to the end zone. Kyle Martin. Kyle Martin was there, but he couldn't quite pull it in. He had to adjust to the pass, but he couldn't get it. He was double covered. So it brings up 2nd and 10 from about the 19-yard line. 50.6 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Okay, once again, Yates back in a shotgun, 2 wide outs to the near side. He's rolling to the far side. Screen pass to nobody. I don't see any flags on the play, but I didn't see a receiver anywhere near. Okay, somebody saw a yellow flag. I didn't see one, but I'm sure if there's one there, that's going to be intentional grounding. Yep, intentional grounding, so that'll be loss of down. So that wow, that's coming all the way back. Where are they bringing this ball to? 10, 20. I've never seen a 21-yard penalty before. Okay, now they're moving it back forward again. And I really didn't know that intentional grounding was a 15-yard penalty.
The ball is intentional grounding on Clopton, Elsberry, and that's a loss of down, which will make it.
All right, so we're going to have third down about 25. Wow, I didn't know that intentional grounding was a 15-yard penalty. Either way, Third down. Yates back in a shotgun, and he's under pressure, and he throws it. He throws it, and it is a touchdown. Who is it caught that? Okay, that is number 99. 36-yard touchdown pass. That is to 99. I'm showing that as Will Clark, but now they're saying that it's Hill. So I don't know if they switched jerseys or what's going on here. So, and it looks like we have an injury down on the field. Let me see what I can find out here.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, that touchdown reception was by Gabriel Hill. And that takes the score at this point in time to 32-27. And we still have to go for the extra point. And the Monroe City player, I didn't catch his number, but the Monroe City player came off the field. That's number 11, Joshua Talton, valuable player for Monroe City. So, Clopton Elsberry is going for 2 points now. Yates is back in a shotgun, and he hands it off to Malik McPike, throws it over to Kyle Martin, and he is in for the 2-point conversion. So 35.7 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And our score is now 32-29. So, I think the Monroe City crowd here is kind of stunned. I mean, Monroe City is ahead right now by 3 points, but I believe they are stunned. So we have touchdowns by Kyle Martin, Sean Yates, Zach Evans, and Gabriel Hill. With the score 32-29, 35.7 seconds. And Kyle Martin is going to be kicking off. And there's the kick. And we have whistles all over the place. It's going to be offside. I didn't see the penalty marker go down, but it's offsides against Clopton Elsberry. So I guess they will kick again from the 35-yard line instead of the 40. All right, that's exactly what's going to happen. So now Kyle Martin will kick from the 35 instead of the 40. There's the kick. And it is received. That is Plum. And he is brought down at about the 32-yard line, their own 32-yard line.
Brought down by number 60, Nathan Martin.
Nathan Martin with the tackle. .28 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Score, Monroe City 32, Clopton Elsberry 29. Monroe City takes over now, 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Same offense that they've had. And here is, can't really tell. Okay, that's Batzel, number 42. I could just see the 2 on there. I couldn't see who else. Number 42, Batzel, carried the ball about 4 yards, closer to 5 maybe. So it brings up second and about 5, a long 5. And that is the end of the third quarter. The score, 32-29, Monroe City over Clopton Elsberry. Let's take a break.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Okay, here we are. 12 minutes remaining in regulation on this game. Score is 32-29 with exactly 1/4 of a game to go. Monroe City has the ball right now. Second and 5 from their own 38-yard line. Hayes is under center, hands it off to Batzel, and he is off to the races again. Pushed out of bounds. Pushed out of bounds by Reimel and Twellman. So that is another Monroe City first down. Ball is now on the IndianHawks 45-yard line. First and 10 from the IndianHawks 45. Hayes back to pass. Pass received by number 32, and that is Dalton McAfee. And that is good for another 25 yards or so. So they're placing the ball on about the 26-yard line. So 11 and a half minutes remaining in this ball game, and Monroe City threatening now at the 26-yard line. There's the ball handed off to Plum. He takes it right up the middle, avoids a couple of tackles, picks up probably 9 yards on the play. They're going to show about 8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 2. Ball is now on about the 18 to 19-yard line for Monroe City. Under 11 minutes to play. Ball handed off to Plum again, and he goes up through the middle. And ball seemed to have been fumbled, but I guess that Monroe City picked it up again. So that's a first down, another first down for Monroe City. The ball is placed right at the 10-yard line, but it looks like they're going to call it first and goal. Clock is running with a little over 10 minutes. Ball is handed to number 11, and he is brought down just about the line of scrimmage. That is Joshua Talton. He gained maybe a yard. Let's see exactly where they place it. Nope, they're placing it right back at the 10-yard line. So no gain on the play. Brings up second and goal from the 10. It's starting to cool off considerably up here. I'm in the press box, but I got the window open, so there's no glare from the window. All right, Monroe City under center again, and he's back. Hayes is back to pass. And that pass is to number 32, Dalton McAfee, whatever you pronounce that, and it is a touchdown. 10-yard touchdown pass from Hayes to McAfee. And with 9:24 remaining in this ball game, the score is now 38-29. And Plum did not get the 2 points. I missed that. They handed the ball to Plum to run for the 2 points, and he did not get it. So the score remains 38-29, 9-point lead for Monroe City with 9 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in this ball game. Fourth quarter of this district ball game, and it has been a good one. It changed leads 2 or 3 times in the first half. And now the Monroe City took off in the very beginning of the third quarter, and they took the lead. And Clopton Elsberry's managed to keep up with them, but they're a little more than 1 touchdown ahead. And so Clopton Elsberry needs 2 touchdowns in a row in order to get ahead again. All right, kickoff from Monroe City. Short kick. And fair catch called for. That was Malik McPike with the fair catch. Once again, I'm not able to find any scores on any of the other district play. But Clopton Elsberry is taking over now, 1st and 10 from their own about the 32-yard line. I guess 33-yard line maybe. Yates back in a shotgun. And he passes to Malik McPike. And he's up around the 39-yard line. So about a 6-yard gain on the play. Make that a 7-yard gain on the play. So 2nd and 3 for Clopton Elsberry coming up. Under 9 minutes remaining. Clock is running. And once again, 2 wideouts each side, and Yates back to pass. And that pass was intended for Malik McPike, and it was a little too high. So it brings up 3rd and 3. All right, this is going to be, I know I say it several times in a game, but this is just another one of those great big downs right here. Clopton Elsberry really needs a first down right now. I mean, there's still 8.5 minutes in the game, but they need this first down. Yates back to pass, gets it over to Hill, and Hill is tackled. I don't know if he picked up the first down or not. I believe he picked up the first down. He did. They got the first down. It's up around the 30, where are we here? About the 44-yard line. So clock is running with under 8.5 minutes. And Clopton Elsberry 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Yates back in the shotgun. And Reimel with the run, and he gets the ball up around 8 yards. So it's going to bring up 2nd and about 2. Second and 2 for Clopton Elsberry. They need to continue this drive and get a touchdown here. Clock's running at 7.5 minutes. Yates back in a shotgun. He's back to pass. The pass is to Kyle Martin. He's got the first down and more. And he's taking defenders with him, and he's down around the 29 to 30-yard line. So first down, Clopton Elsberry. That stops the clock with 7:15 while they reset the ball. Clock is running again, 7:10. So 1st and 10 from the Monroe City 30-yard line. Clopton Elsberry's been able to move the ball decently tonight. Yates is back, shotgun. Reimel with him, and flags on the play. False start on Clopton Elsberry. That's going to take it back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. Announcer just said 2nd and 15. It'd be 1st and 15. The clock starts again. A little over 6.5 minutes remaining in this ball game. 9-point differential. Monroe City 38 and Clopton Elsberry 29. Ball is on the 35-yard line. They need to get to the 20 for a first down, and it is 1st and 15. Yates back in a shotgun, and he is going to pass. He's passed to Zach Evans, and he was covered very well, and they just couldn't quite hold on to the ball. Brings up 2nd and 15 now from the 35-yard line. Once again, they need to get to the 20. And the clock is going to be running here. Second and 15 from the 35. Yates back in a shotgun, 2 receivers out each end. Reimel in the backfield with him. He's back to pass. He's got some pressure on him. He's rolling out. Pass. The pass. Wonderful catch. Unbelievable, wonderful catch by Kyle Martin. One-handed catch, and he is in for the touchdown. 35-yard touchdown reception, and it was a one-handed reception and pulled it in. That takes the score 38-35 with 6:06 remaining in this ball game. I hope I caught that. All right. right, Kyle Martin is going for the extra point. It is up and it is good. So,
Makes the score Monroe City Panthers 38. Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks 36.
score is 38-36 with 6:06 remaining in this ball game. 2-point differential. This, folks, has been a really good game. One of them has to win it and the other one has to lose it. But neither team can feel bad about this. I know that Monroe City is the highly favored team, but Clopton Elsberry has kept right up with them. They let them get one score above them. And now they're playing catch up, but they're only 2 points behind. Kyle Martin for the kickoff. Nice long kick. And it hit the ground around the 20-yard line. Couldn't see who picked it up, but they brought it up. Okay, that was number 58, Dennison. He got the ball up to about the 26-yard line, looks like where they're going to place it. So Monroe City with 6:02 remaining on the clock. Monroe City takes over 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. And the handoff is to Battle, and he is brought down at the line of scrimmage. They're giving him no gain, it looks like. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play, brings up 2nd down and 10.
And Hayes going back in with the play. Monroe City looks like a very disciplined team. Hayes under center. And handed the ball to, really couldn't tell, but he really couldn't tell who he handed the ball to, but he picked up maybe less than a yard, and it is now 3rd down and a full 9. That would definitely tighten things up if Clopton Elsberry can hold him on this. All right, 3rd and 9 from the 26-yard line. And timeout. Monroe City called a timeout. They had already snapped the ball whenever that whistle blew. But either way, it's timeout Monroe City. 3rd down and 9 from about the 27-yard line. I said the 26 earlier. It's about the 27-yard line. And you can see the clock over there. I don't know how well you can read it, but it's 4:35 remaining on the clock. Score is 38-36. Monroe City over Clopton Elsberry. So very tight score with just a little over 4.5 minutes remaining. And Monroe City has the ball right now. They are on offense. They've got the ball, and they are at 3rd down and 9 yards to go on their own 27-yard line. So they need a 1st down, and Clopton Elsberry needs a stop. So we've got Hayes under center. He hands the ball to Batsell, and he turns the corner, and he is running, and he got himself the first down, and he looks like he went out around the 50-yard line. So big, big play for Monroe City. He got up to the 49-yard line, still at their own 49-yard line. 22-yard gain for Batsell. First down, 1st and 10. They keep this drive going with under 4.5 minutes remaining on the clock. They get their line set. And they do have a wide receiver this time, but they hand the ball up the middle. And he gained a yard or two, and that is it. Really wasn't sure who the runner was there. They're giving him a 2-yard pickup, so it brings up 2nd and 8. A little over 3.5 minutes remaining. And flag is on the play. I would say they might have had an illegal formation. Going to be a 5-yard penalty. Going to remain 2nd down, so it's be about 2nd and 13. Ball is back to the 46-yard line. Oh, delay of game. See, okay. I was not looking at the play clock. Can't see the one to my right. I can see the one to the left. But either way, 2nd down and 13. One runner in motion, number 11. He's got the ball. He's going to the far side, and he picks up about 9 or 10 yards. At number 11 is Joshua Talton. So it's going to be about 3rd and 5. I wonder why my right hand is cold and my left hand isn't. I have no idea why. So they're down to 5 seconds on the play clock. And they just got called again for another delay of game. Everybody in the stadium knew where that play clock was except the Monroe City line. So they're back to that original line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 10 now instead of 3rd down and 5. But the clock kept going. So 3rd and 10.
It'll be 3rd down and 10, Panthers, from their own 49-yard line.
49-yard line, 3:27 remaining on the clock. Hayes keeps it. He's passing. And that pass was intended for Bulig, broken up. That was Kyle Martin that broke up that pass. So brings up 4th down and 10 from the 49-yard line, and they are going for it. Extremely big play right here. And running to the outside. Running to the outside was Aaron Plum, and I believe he picked up the first down. He did. He gets to the 40-yard line, and that is enough for a Monroe City first down.
13, which is good enough for a Monroe City Panther.
So, big play for Monroe City there. They keep the ball going. They have it at the 40-yard line. And there is Plum again. And he carries up, picks up about 5 yards. Okay, 8 yards. He was a lot farther forward than I thought. So picked up 8 yards. So 2nd down and 2 for Monroe City. They are on the 32-yard line. .238 remaining in this game. One runner in motion, and that's Plum. To give the ball to Batzel, and he is eventually brought down at about the 10-yard line. So we're going to see where they place the ball exactly. They place the ball at about the 11-yard line. So Monroe City's going to have it 1st and 10 from about the 11. Um, 2:10 remaining, and Monroe City is threatening at the 11-yard line. Ball handed to Batzel. Keenan Batzel. Ball handed to him, and he breaks up through the middle for a Monroe City touchdown. 2 minutes remaining in this ball game, and the score at this time is 44-36.
Monroe City 44, Clopton Elsberry 36.
Big touchdown for Monroe City there. Now I'm sure they're going for the two-point conversion. Eight-point lead right now and Hayes keeps it himself and does not make it in.
The 2-point conversion fails.
All right, but that is an 8-point lead here for Monroe City. Score is now, with 2 minutes remaining in this ball game, the score is now 44-36. And so Monroe City's going to be kicking off. And this is going to be possibly the last chance for the IndianHawks here. And they're 8 points behind. I mean, that's only one possession. That's a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie the game. The way this game has been going, I'm not predicting anything. So we have Elmer Mendez Martinez to kick the ball off for Monroe City. Kick is down, and Jake Reimel has it, and he's running the ball up, and he's got the ball up to the 45-yard line. So that is where Clopton Elsberry takes over, begin this probable final drive with 1 minute and 53 seconds remaining on the clock. See exactly where they place the ball. So they are 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. All right, Yates is back in a shotgun. He's got two wideouts to the far side. And there's a pass to Martin. And he is brought down, a slant pass. And he's brought down for a 3-yard gain. 1:38 remaining. Clock is running. Yates back in a shotgun again. And there's a pass. There's a pass intended for Evans. He jumped up, but it went through his hands. Stops the clock at 1:28. 3rd and 7 for the IndianHawks. They are at the 48-yard line, their own 48-yard line. Yates is back in a shotgun again. He's got two wide receivers either side. Reimel's back in the. There's a pass intended for Malik McPike. Incomplete. So here is 4th and 7. 4th and 7 for IndianHawks. 1:24 remaining. So this is quite possibly the last offensive play for the IndianHawks. Once again, two wideouts each side. Reimel back with Yates in a shotgun. He's back to pass. Pass is complete to Evans, and he is out of bounds at about the 39 or 40-yard line. So 1 minute, 17 seconds remaining, and Clopton Elsberry stays alive. Clopton Elsberry on 1st and 10 from the Panther 39-yard line. So once again, 1:17 to go. This game is not over yet. Yates back in a shotgun, Reimel with him. There's a lot of, they were rushing him, and he got the pass off pretty quick to Evans, but it was incomplete. 2nd and 10, 1:13 remaining on the clock. Second and 10, 39-yard line. Touchdown and 2-point conversion needed. Pass over to Hill, and he has it at the 20-yard line, and he is finally brought down at about the 6-yard line. 1:01 remaining on the clock, and Hill is almost in for the touchdown. He's down around the 6. So they need to, they placed the ball at about the 7-yard line. Clopton Elsberry still needs a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. 7 points won't do him any good whatsoever. So, direct snap to Reimel, and he is down to about the 3-yard line. The clock is running with 50 seconds. And there doesn't seem to be any urgency on Clopton Elsberry. But I guess they're wanting the clock to run. They figure they're either going to get this or they're not. And it is 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. And Yates he passes to Malik McPike, and he is fighting. Oh, and I see penalty flags all over the place. McPike was fighting and fighting to get in. He's down to about the 2-yard line. There's 13 seconds. 13 seconds remaining in this ball game, or at least on the regulation, on the clock. And let's just see what this flag is. "13 seconds remaining. The ball should be around the 2-yard line. Holding. That is holding against Clopton Elsberry. So that's going to take it down to this very last play here, and they are now back at about the 19-yard line, 18-yard line. So it all comes down to this last play, probably.
After the penalty mark off, it will be
Second and goal from the 19-yard line, 18-yard line. So final play of the game. The clock is running, 10 seconds. And Yates is under pressure, but he's going to run it himself. And flags are down. The pass was incomplete. I got a feeling that was flag on the field. The pass was incomplete. There's 0 time left on the clock. Yeah, illegal forward pass. The game is over. The penalty is declined. And so congratulations to the Monroe City Panthers. This was an extremely good game here tonight. And once again, congratulations to the Monroe City Panthers. They are moving on. And the IndianHawks have absolutely nothing to feel bad about in this game. They stayed with the number 2 team in the district, and they stayed right with them the entire game. And so again, tonight we had touchdowns by Kyle Martin, Sean Yates, Zach Evans, and Gabriel Hill. And Montgomery County had touchdowns by Batzel. I think he had 2. Max Hayes had a defensive pick 6. Battle had a touchdown, and Plum had a touchdown. Final score, 44-36, Monroe City Panthers over the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. And again, neither team would have been able to feel bad about this. This was one that came down, and we saw how the IndianHawks almost put it into the end zone at right at the very end of the game. So they were with them right till the extreme end. So this brings up the end of the season for the IndianHawks. The numbers showed a not-so-successful season. They finished it at 2-7. And, 2-8. Yeah, 2-8. And, the numbers show an unsuccessful season, but it's Coach Wolanski's first year as head coach. And I think there's a lot they can build on for next year. And as you can see there, both teams are all gathered out there in the middle. And this is the kind of stuff I like to see. And some really good sportsmanship out there. I know there was a little animosity during the game, but game's over. So it's time for them to get along now. And again, I want to thank the coaches and the staff and all the volunteers for the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. And it's been a real honor and pleasure for me to be broadcasting these games this year. And at this point in time, I would say I will probably be back next year for these. But from here, it's on to basketball. And again, the football season's over. Softball season's over. And we move on to basketball. And I think the first game is somewhere around November the 20th. And a little salute there from the team to the fans. And so anyway, I'm going to back out of this broadcast. Congratulations to Monroe City. A well-deserved win, but it could have just as easily gone the other way. And Clopton Elsberry almost pulled this one out. So, for the Indian Sports Network, and for the Elsberry Democrat, and for the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks football team, this is Kenny Masterson, and I am saying good night and have a good off season. I will see you again next year for football. Unless you listen in for basketball, Elsberry basketball, then you'll hear me then. Good night, everybody.